Yes, come in.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. Please take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
Introduce yourself to the panel.
Sir, my name is Saima Khan. I come from Kolkata, the city of joy. I have completed my graduation in Sociology honors from St. Xavier's College, Kolkata. Currently, I am undergoing training at National Academy of Customs and Indirect Taxes in Palasamundram, Andhra Pradesh for the Indian Revenue Services. So whenever I get free time in the academy, I like to watch situational comedies and I also practice gratitude journaling.
Okay. Palasamudram. This is a district in itself?
So it is a town. The
Okay.
district is Satya Sai.
Satya Sai.
Yes, sir.
What is the profile, economic profile of the district?
So it is the second most arid region in the country, but it is known for its fruit and horticulture industry. And so secondly, we see a lot of Korean automobile industry being set up in the area.
How geographically you define an arid region?
So an arid region, we can say that where rainfall is less than 25 millimeters per year, it can be defined as an arid region.
And why specifically we are having Korean automobile industries there?
When Andhra Pradesh and Telangana were bifurcated, at that point of time, Andhra Pradesh had lost Hyderabad to Telangana, and there was a need to set up more industry orientation. At that time, a memorandum of understanding was signed with the Korean industry, specifically Kia, and they have set up their industries in that region.
So Palasamudram falls in Andhra Pradesh.
Yes.
So what is the geographical distribution in terms of area between Andhra Pradesh and Telangana?
So I will have to read.
In which year it was bifurcated?
So 2014.
2014.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You are doing your training currently
Yes, sir.
at NASIM.
Yes.
Tell us, what are the 3 ways you think that training can be improved? What you have been doing currently, and what is your experience, how it can be improved?
So it's been only 40 days since I've been into training. So as of now, I do find the training very impactful in the sense that we have classes and a lot of eminent speakers come to take our classes. So in that, I find that very fruitful. So one area where I think we can learn more is that in the form of experiential learning that can be improved. For instance, this year we have seen that there has been a little bit of cuts in our attachment systems. So that is one area where we think we can do better.
To what extent you think training is more symbolic and less real in terms of its intent? Because we have so many training institutes in India, and we have been doing the same thing for every academy. So how you think that it can be improved, optimized, and how we can reduce the duration of the training maybe? You have any ideas about that?
So I do think that the training period is extremely significant. So because we come from varied backgrounds. For instance, I have a sociology background and I am going into GST, and I do not have much knowledge about it. So we do need a lot of time and effort to understand the basic act, the knowledge and the laws, as well as how it can be implemented and improved. I think one place where we can improve is that by having more on-field experience. For instance, this year there are plans to go to the GST Council meeting to understand how the GST decisions are taken. So that is one area where I think we are working and we will improve.
Okay. So as you have just started learning about GST, tell us how a GST assessment is done. How is the tax computed for an assessee from the point the assessment starts to the point it ends, and the assessee is informed that this is your GST liability?
So GST is an indirect tax. So GST is collected whenever there is any transaction. So any form of assessment or basic...
Any transaction will have GST on it?
So any sale will have GST on it.
It is,
on goods.
there are no exempted items.
So there are multiple exempted items, and so there are also zero rated items where GST is not collected.
Okay.
But in more or less we see a lot of transactions GST being an indirect tax is collected. So secondly, the point of contact between the officer and the assessee comes when there are talks about input tax credit returns. So at that point of time, if there is any discrepancy in the ITC returns, then there is an educating mechanism that is set up, and that follows a procedure.
No, but how the whole calculation is done? Is it there has to be a starting point?
So there are multiple slabs within GST. For instance, if we see for electric vehicles, there is
how
a
you
slab.
track a transaction in GST?
So movements of goods are tracked through electronic way bills, and so this is mostly done when the distance is over 100 kilometer and it is valid for 1 day.
Okay. Any other way you can track the transactions?
So GST network also computes all the data of the various states, and there we
What are the requirements you need to have in an invoice to be assured that that doesn't escape the GST net?
I'm sorry, sir, I was not able to understand the question.
What are the requirements you need to have in an invoice, a sale invoice, so that it doesn't escape the GST network or the GST taxation net?
So I'll have to read on this.
Okay. You come from sociology background.
Yes, sir.
Tell us 3 limitations Delhi has as a society.
So can I take a moment to think?
Take your time.
So one major limitation that Delhi is facing is that there is lack of adequate space and a lot of population that is migrating in the city. So that has led to a lot of slum formations on the outskirts of the region. So secondly, in terms of safety for women, we do see that Delhi is facing a lot of issues where women, so it is among the top cities where crime against women has arisen. So these are the 2 issues that I can think of.
How Delhi being a cosmopolitan, cultural melting pot, how that affects the whole, the discipline of sociology?
So Delhi presents a spaghetti bowl kind of culture, whereby we see different groups of society are coming together in the city and living together. So being an urban center, it offers anonymity, especially for people who are burdened by the stigma of caste. And so also secondly, for women aspect, we can see that women labor force participation in Delhi has increased, especially with the rise of service sector and gig economy in the region.
Have you heard of the recent issue in the gig economy sector?
So regarding the 10-minute delivery?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Do you think it's ethical, the targets being given that one should deliver within 10 minutes?
So the companies have claimed that they do not tell the riders to provide it in 10 minutes. It is just that the presence of dark stores are multiple in the region, and that is why they are able to have a quick delivery. So ethically, I do not think it is correct, because that has led to multiple problems for the riders. Especially, so for instance, it is impacting their safety when they are breaking the traffic rules, and also giving a rise in accidents, especially with the given conditions of the roads in the city. So I think the government has taken a good step in this way, whereby the 10-minute delivery has been stopped right now.
How that even started? Because when you make a policy, you also take into consideration the traffic rules.
Yes, sir.
So in the first place, it should not have been allowed. So you think policies are being made in silos today without appreciating the realities that definitely it will lead to traffic violations, because if we give a deadline, then one will be inclined to violate the rules. Do you think the laws are being made or policies are being made in silos?
So this was not a policy of the government. It was the companies that started this with respect to the quick commerce rise in the country. So idea
is e-commerce unregulated as a sector?
So it is not unregulated.
Who regulates the sector?
So the multiple parties, multiple ministries, for instance, so the Ministry of Commerce looks into the investments. Ministry of Labour ensures that the workers are given social security and minimum wages. So there are multiple ministries that come together to
Okay,
regulate
tell
the
us
sector.
what is the GDP currently of Bengal and break down that into the different sectors.
So the GDP as per 2023-24 budget, we saw it was around 17 lakh crores, sir.
For Bengal?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And different sector wise, what the numbers are?
So it is the service sector that contributes the most to it. Around 62% is contributed by the service sector. So secondly, we have agriculture, which contributes to around 22%, and so the remaining is contributed by the industrial sector.
So
Yes.
why is industry lagging behind?
So Bengal does have a problem of industry. One of the reasons is that we have seen a growth in service sector, whereby we jumped from the agriculture to the service sector, and so industry was not given a lot of importance. So secondly, also the infrastructure that is oriented is towards the service sector. For instance, we see that the new town is being developed as the Silicon
But
Valley.
why is the government not doing anything? Why is your chief minister not doing anything for this?
So historically, Bengal was more
We
supportive.
have come out of history. It's been 15 years now that we have come into this current government. Tell us what the government has done in last 15 years to revive.
So multiple measures are being taken by the government right now to revive the industrial sector. Firstly, we see, sir, that the Bengal Investment Summit is being held. So currently, we had the 8th Bengal
What was the
Investment Summit.
commitment in that summit?
So around 4 lakh crore investment has been promised in various industrial as well as service sector.
And how much of that is actually reflecting?
So since the memorandum of understandings have been signed in this year, we will have to wait till another 2 or 3 years.
Before that, we also had a summit. How
Yes.
much from that has materialized?
So most of these projects are long gestation projects.
What are
and
the challenges, especially in long gestation projects? Top 3 challenges, especially in Bengal.
So one major challenge is that so compliance burden increases, especially with long gestation projects, because there are
Do we have any portal for that now from the government?
so multiple portals are being created.
Like?
For instance, for MSME sector, we have the Shilpo Shati, which is a one single window platform for all clearances for MSME sector.
Okay. Any other portal you are aware of?
So I will have to look into
Okay.
it.
What is the next issue then, apart from compliance?
So another issue is that if the projects carry over a long period, so the time and cost overruns have to be borne by the
The
investors.
projects are not starting only. So time and cost overrun will not come into picture. Think of other challenges which are actually stopping the project from starting off only. What
So-
could be the other challenges?
So another challenge is that there is opposition by the local trade unions and the farmers who occupy the land. So land redistribution for the project poses a major hindrance to starting of such huge
Sociologically, do you
projects.
see any reason that Bengal is not into industries much? What are the sociological reasons for that?
So one reason is we can think of is that historically we have seen that there has been a strong labor union culture whereby the policies are more pro-labor rather than pro-business. So that has led to a long period whereby industries have stagnated. But so this orientation is also changing currently. For instance, we are focusing on MSME sectors right now, which is the second largest in the country in Bengal.
Right, but we say that Bengalis are not that laborious and they tend to rest and they like to have a good day, have a good meal. Do you think that culture also somewhere affecting, because we see in Gujarat and West that people are all focused on growth and the way the whole South is growing. Do you think that also is a big factor that people in themselves don't want to grow in Bengal?
So to some extent that was a factor. We see that people in Bengal do prefer a work-life balance, and
They don't prefer a work-life balance?
so they do prefer a
Okay.
work-life balance, whereby they take care of themselves, and so in that sense they are not very workaholic. But so that orientation is also changing, I think, with the current and new generations that are coming up. So multiple multinational corporations are being established.
Okay, tell us top 5 industries of Bengal in terms of their business turnover?
So one industry is the food processing industry.
No, I'm asking about the companies, the name of the top 5 companies in manufacturing sector in terms of their turnover.
I'm sorry, so I will have to read on this.
Any company you are aware of which is doing good business in Bengal?
So currently Sham Steels have said that they will be investing around 4,000 crores to establish a steel manufacturing hub in Bengal.
Any other company?
So in service sector,
No, in manufacturing, that is our problem in Bengal, that we don't know about any prospective companies also which are lined up.
so there's Sham Steel. So Adani company has also said
They
that
have
they
promised. So
Yes, sir.
good companies which have already, who are already delivering and they are bringing numbers to the table.
So I will have to read a little bit on this.
As a district collector, how important will be industries for you in administration, and how you will ensure that you on your own bring industrialization in your district? Tell us a plan about it.
So industries form the very core of administration. It does generate a lot of revenue and provide employment to the people. So in that sense, a plan can be created whereby, so firstly, a small investment summit can be held in the district of the potential companies that are already operating there, and so the companies who are trying to invest there. So secondly, schemes like one district, one product can be utilized to so ensure that there is a specific or niche sector that develops in that particular district. So thirdly, with focus on infrastructure, I think so we need coordination with the land transport authorities to ensure that infrastructure can be planned, which reduces the logistical sector cost for the industries. So fourthly, we can use technology whereby a single window portal for investment and for clearances can be held in order to reduce compliance burden. And lastly, sir, I think vocational training for industry specific skill demand can be started, and so whereby if an industry is set up, we do have the manpower who can work there.
What was your first point for the whole plan?
So the first point was to ensure that we hold a small investment summit within the district to identify the potential investors and those who are willing to invest in the district.
Okay. And what will be the product, one district? So suppose you have district Malda for yourself and you are the DM. What will be that product you think which you can make into an industry in Malda?
So I think in Malda we can start with silk sarees.
That is Murshidabad.
So I will have to see in Malda.
So, Saima, what is your take on the reservation system that we have today in our country? This reservation system, I feel, was supposed to be a transitionary thing to empower those who were historically not given chance. So, do you think we are on the right track, or what else could be done in this regard?
So reservations were started as a temporary plan to induct those who have been historically disadvantaged into education and employment sectors. And we have seen that there have been various castes that have used this opportunity in order to improve their position. But sir, we are continuing that because we still see that there is a lot of castes that are disregarded, and so they do not have opportunities otherwise. So we do need to continue the reservation system as well. For instance, there was a report last year on the presence of scheduled caste in courts, and only around 5% representation was there for scheduled caste in the entire justice panel. So that needs to be continued. But sir, there is definitely a need to rationalize it. For instance, we need to see that castes who have already taken advantage of the reservation should now be replaced with castes who are still not gaining the benefits of it. And so additionally, we also need to ensure that beyond reservation, there are policies that allow them for skill development and education opportunities, so that they are developed in a holistic manner.
Do we have any sort of creamy layer for SC and ST reservations?
So currently we do not have a creamy layer for SC and ST, so we do have it for other backward classes. But sir, there are talks about having a creamy layer as well as a subcategorization in caste to ensure that the reservation policies do not become redundant over time.
Sure. So I see your postal address is Diamond Harbour. Why is it called Diamond Harbour?
So it is Diamond Harbour is basically a highway which connects the town of Diamond Harbour, which is in South 24 Parganas, to Sir Howrah.
No, the significance behind this name Diamond.
So it was a port. Earlier it was called Hajipur, whereby a lot of people who would go for Hajj, especially the Muslim population, they would use that port. So with the colonial rule, it was changed into Diamond Harbour because it was lucrative for trade. So there is no connection to diamond production.
No geographical
No,
or
sir.
no significance.
No, sir.
Recently we have come across a news that mosque is being built named after Babar in West Bengal.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel this step is politically motivated and has potential to disturb the social fabric of our West Bengal?
So the comments that were made does have a potential to disrupt the communal angle, in the sense that it was said that it will be a kind of self-respect construction for Muslims, whereby the actual Babri Masjid was destroyed. So however, the government has also said that it would be celebrated as a kind of Ekta Divas, whereby all the religions would come together. So I do think that such communal overtones should not be used, and any construction of any religious places should be surrounded by harmony rather than any communal overflows. So it may have created certain impact, but we did see a lot of security personnel already deployed to prevent any such tragedy if it occurred.
Okay. What is your take on madrasa system of education? Do you think they need any sort of regulatory oversight?
So the madrasa systems are mostly meant for education of the Muslim children who are unable to induct themselves in either schools due to lack of fees, or either who want to combine religious as well as secular education. So I do think there is a need to have a regulatory oversight. For instance, if madrasas are providing secular education, they need to be regulated by the government. For instance, the quality of education that is being given to children, the kind of teachings that are being imparted. While the religious aspect can be left to the oversight of the madrasa, the secular aspect of the education needs to be regulated by the government.
There have been allegations regarding safety and security of the girl child, and two, certain propaganda has been run in various these madrasas.
Yes, sir.
So what is your take on these two aspects?
So with respect to safety of girls in these madrasas, I think so there is a need to also have female educators in these institutions, as well as we need to ensure that there is a mandatory audit system whereby the security of the girl child is taken into account. And so also apart from that, there is a need to ensure that the girl child are made aware of the problems they may face. So secondly, with regarding to propaganda, if any propaganda is being run in any madrasa, it is within the government's right to ensure that the government takes control of that institution. So because it will overall impact the harmony of the country.
So I am seeing that originally your family was from Uttar Pradesh,
Yes,
now
sir.
shifted to Bengal,
Yes, sir.
and I see your cadre preference as Bengal.
Yes, sir.
So how do you compare Bengal vis-a-vis Uttar Pradesh in the current scenario? I want a comparison with respect to industries, with respect to social parameters.
So with respect to industries, we see that Uttar Pradesh is the second largest economy, while West Bengal is the sixth largest economy. So Uttar Pradesh has done very well in industrial sector. For instance, it has attracted a lot of investments. It is the largest MSME sector. It has the largest MSME sector in the country. So there has been a lot of focus on infrastructure as well. Connectivity projects have been enhanced. So these are certain areas where West Bengal is working but currently behind Uttar Pradesh. So comparing the social sector, your West Bengal has performed comparatively better than Uttar Pradesh. For instance, the total fertility rate in West Bengal is around 1.6, while the total fertility rate in Uttar Pradesh is more than 2. So also in human development indicators like literacy or institutional births, so it is West Bengal that has consistently performed better than Uttar Pradesh.
So when you say TFR of 1.6, so doesn't it mean that we will be Bengal is headed towards a burdening stage in the coming decades? So is it a advantage per se? Because we should have at least a replacement TFR so that our economies can sustain, right?
Yes, sir.
So do you feel it is a boon for Bengal?
So Bengal is also working towards, so there have been campaigns in order to increase fertility rates to some extent. So one reason for declining total fertility rate is also because so socially there has been a preference for sons, and so if there is even one child that is born, then the families do not opt for another child. So there the government is focusing on ensuring that the girl child is also promoted. And so second reason for the low TFR is also, sir, that the rising cost of family has led to a lot of families to not opt.
No, my question is it a boon?
So it will not be a boon in the long run. Yes, sir, it will not be.
So you said TFR is 1.6, but on various reports suggest that the population of West Bengal is much more than what it should actually be considering this TFR rates.
Yes, sir.
And a major reason for this is illegal immigration from the neighboring countries.
Yes,
so do you feel that this problem of illegal immigration, unaccounted illegal migrants that we have, is a big concern not only for West Bengal but for the entire country?
So illegal immigration, especially from Bangladesh, because of the porous borders, so is a huge concern in Bengal as well as in India. So it has led to multiple issues. Firstly, so there is resource distortion because the government has to spend more, and there is lack of data regarding who is an illegal immigrant and who is a citizen. So secondly, West Bengal also faces a peculiar challenge whereby we see child trafficking. So West Bengal has seen a huge amount of child trafficking because of this illegal immigration issue. So currently the government has taken steps, especially the Election Commission of India is conducting the special intensive revision of the electoral list to identify the illegal immigrants as well as to ensure that the elections are free and fair by identifying who the citizens are.
Any other step other than SIR exercise that is going on?
So there is also focus on border security, whereby laser fencing and thermal imagers are being used to secure the riverine borders. And there is also coordination between the border security forces and the border security of Bangladesh. So there is a monthly meeting.
So currently you have seen that in United States of America,
yes, sir,
there are some ICE agents, right?
Yes, sir.
People who are actively identifying the illegal immigrants
Yes,
and basically deporting them.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel West Bengal and the northeastern region of our country should have such task force put on the ground to tackle these, to push back these illegal immigrants?
So the ICE agents are a task force in US, but so they have been under a lot of criticism for the method that they are using to identify and deport the illegal immigrants. So India does not want to use a method of that kind whereby force is used. So we are trying to identify the illegal immigrants via the documentation process, and the focus is more on repatriation and deporting them back to their own countries without any form of violence.
So we want ICE but in a modified form,
yes,
right?
Sir.
Okay, good, fair enough. So one more thing, when we talk about United States of America,
Yes.
so we have President Donald Trump currently in the second term.
Yes, sir.
How do you rate his major policies or major steps that he has taken in the past 1 year or so? And what steps do you feel were out of place and should not have been
So I think few of his policies were well planned. For instance, when the president said that every country should also fend for its defense and asked the European Union to increase the defense budget. So it was in the national interest. So secondly, the policy on illegal immigration as well. It is a huge issue in United States.
No, I'm asking about the issues, steps which are not popular or steps which should not have been taken.
Yes, so, firstly, I think the recent action taken by capturing the head of Venezuela, so that was against the international order, and so it created a rupture in the sovereignty of a nation. So secondly, the plans to capture Greenland, and whereby it is being said that while he has claimed that he will not be using force, it is again threatening the territorial integrity of a state. And so thirdly, I think Donald Trump has placed a wrong bet on India, imposition of huge amount of tariffs, especially by saying that 500% will be charged if we purchase oil from Russia. I think so that is a little problematic.
Why is Greenland so important?
So there are multiple reasons for Greenland being important. One of the major reasons is that it has a huge presence of critical minerals.
And that is proven.
Uh,
Are these proven resources or are these resources that are estimated?
So they are estimated resources. So secondly, there are also assumptions that China and Russia may over a period of time capture Greenland, which the president is using to justify his own stance of capturing Greenland. So thirdly, Greenland is also important for United States security. For instance, it already has a base in Greenland called the Pituffik Air Base, and it wants to establish more air bases in order to counter China and Russia, and especially China's polar Silk Route in that region.
So basically it is trying to secure the entire Arctic, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, but US is acting like a big bully, trying to arm twist either financially or militarily the smaller nations and make them fall in line. How do we counter such big bullies? Do you feel that global institutions like United Nations and other UNSC Council and other multilateral institutions are effective enough to handle such bullies?
So the policies of Donald Trump currently is being seen in that aspect, whereby we do see that a lot of transactional approaches being used, and any nation not aligning with his view is being imposed either by tariffs. There is a need to ensure that the agencies like UNSC are reformed. There needs to be more representation. For instance, recently, in the Davos summit, the Canadian Prime Minister has called for all the middle countries to come together and formulate a pact to ensure that they can deal with the United States. So to deal with US, we do need a coalition of nations who each in their own interest but would come together to counter the measures that are being taken.
Do you feel BRICS, if they effectively work together,
Yes, sir.
for the larger interest of each of them, can be an effective deterrent to United States?
So I think if BRICS work together, they will be able to pursue their own national interests. But I do not think that will stop United States from taking actions. For instance, it has already said that if BRICS tries to go for de-dollarization, we will impose tariff or we will curtail trade. So United States will take the actions that it has to take. But BRICS can use their own partnership to ensure that the global supply chain is not disrupted and their economy is not hampered beyond a point.
So one last question to you. I have seen very unique preference in the order of your IAS and IPS cadres that you have selected.
Yes, sir.
For example, in Zone 2, you had selected Odisha for IAS as first choice, but for IPS it is fourth. So why is it so? I was very curious to know, when you become an IAS, for Odisha, it is your, reserve is Odisha, it is your first choice in Zone 2, but for IPS it is last.
The reason for choosing Odisha as the first preference, firstly, sir, because it is close to my house. And so when I spoke to my friends who are posted in Odisha, so they told me about the working conditions, and they said that there is a lot to do in that particular state, and if posted there, you will have the chance to actually take certain steps which will constitute your work, or which will give you more so discretion to change the situation there. So for IPS, it was mostly determined by the commissionerate system. So I think IPS in UP and
No,
Bihar.
no, I'm just talking about Odisha. Why is it, for IAS it is first, so
Yes.
there is a lot of work as you told, okay?
Yes.
It is a aspiring state, developing on a rapid scale now, but vis-a-vis law and order, that is in the hands of police,
Yes, sir.
still needs a lot of work, but that is a
Yes.
fourth choice. Any specific reason for that?
So the only reason is that because in that particular zone, the other states offered more work opportunities in the IPS sector compared to Odisha.
Like example?
So for instance, if we see UP or Bihar, sir, I think that has more areas where we can work, sir, being a larger state, larger district with more law and order areas to work in, sir. I think that.
Jharkhand?
So Jharkhand was just something that I preferred to Odisha, because again, sir, talking to my colleagues who are posted there.
Okay, thank you. Moving.
Saima,
Yes, sir.
sociology option.
Yes, sir.
What were the socio-religious reforms in modern history?
So the major reforms in modern history, so are we talking about the colonial history?
Yes.
So one was the abolition of sati, which was the major effort taken by Raja Ram Mohan Roy. So secondly, we did see widow remarriage and girls education, the pioneer being Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, and so child marriage curtailing, in which we saw B.M. Malabari play a very important role.
Why it is called socio-religious reforms together?
So most of these issues were about society, but they were backed by religion. So in India, we do see religion penetrating to every aspect of our life. For instance, our marriage, divorce. For instance, sati is also sanctioned by religion, or widow remarriage was prohibited by religion. So in that, we needed to first ensure that religious ideas are interpreted in a certain light, and only that can bring changes in society.
Do we need round 2 of socio-religious reforms at this present time? Do you think we need this?
So I do think we need a round 2 reform. I think the socio-religious reforms, so as we evolve in society, new challenges will be presented, and so that needs to be taken care of. For instance, decriminalization of homosexuality is a very important aspect. So currently they are asking for marriage rights, so that is something that we can look into. So secondly, we see a lot of women's safety concerns. For instance, a patriarchy is operating in very subtle manners nowadays, and very covert manners. So that also is a pressing issue that needs to be taken care of.
Because at present time you believe there are a lot of societal challenges that
Yes,
we
sir.
still need to address.
Yes, sir.
Apart from the examples that you have mentioned, can you name a few such challenges where religious has a sanction?
So where religion sanctions it. So for instance, multiple practices like polygamy in Islam, so that needs to be addressed. So we are focusing on bringing about a uniform civil code in some time, if there is consensus that is established.
Okay. When law becomes outdated and cannot keep pace with the society,
Yes, sir.
how will you as administrator, how will you be able to govern the state or the society? You want me to repeat? When the law becomes outdated or cannot keep with the societal changes,
Yes, sir.
how will you govern the society?
So in such situations, firstly there is a need to bring about a reform in law, which would be done at a
No,
parliament level.
I'm saying there is no law about it.
Okay.
How will you govern it? I'm not in this law you will make definitely in the course of time, but in the meantime, how will you govern it?
So we will have to see if there are any existing conventions or any existing laws that may be applicable in this situation. If not, sir, then to some extent we do need to use our discretion and so bring about a stronger attitudinal and behavioral change in order to deal with the issue.
Can you name some example where society was fast enough and law followed later?
So live-in relationships.
Sorry?
Live-in relationships.
Okay. One more examples?
So homosexuality again, where we saw that there was a criminalization, but so over a period of time there was decriminalization of that aspect.
When law was not there, how these things were being governed?
So when law was not there, for instance, regarding homosexuality, it was criminalized. So even if it was being done, so it was done in a very secretive manner, and the people who were engaged in it, so they were devoid of their rights. So that was a problem, sir.
For example, in the societal change, what I believe in the modern society, quick commerce has taken place, 10 minutes
Yes,
delivery. Sir also asked about
Yes,
it. Law followed later.
yes, sir.
So in the meantime, don't you think it became a chaos or haphazard, or the discretion of certain public servants
Yes, sir.
on the whims of traffic police, how you regulate it?
Yes, sir.
So how you see this as a whole?
So it did create a problem for the riders. For instance, we did see owners making a lot of profit where the riders were not even given a minimum wage. So there were reports where a rider had worked for around 13 hours and he was paid 300 rupees. And it was last month. So in this we saw a lot of riders also using moonlighting, whereby they were working in different companies, and so again that became a problem for them. So there is a need to bring a consensus among the various stakeholders, which the government rightly did when it identified the issues.
Okay, good. When we talk about minorities in India, our focus, policies and everything surrounds around Muslims.
Yes, sir.
Why is it so? Are the Muslims only the minorities in India?
No, so Muslims are not the only minority. They are the largest minority. So that is one of the reasons that can be. And so secondly, compared to other minorities, they have not done well economically or socially. So for instance, if we see Parsis, they are a very small minority compared to Muslims, but they have done very well economically. So even if we see Jains and Buddhists, so they are doing well in that sense. So Muslims as a community has remained backward in a variety of areas, so the government is trying to focus on that.
Okay, good. I see your BA honors marks. Why it is only 62%? In 10th and 12th we have achieved a good marks.
So 62 was good for my college in that sense. The highest was 65%. So they did not give a lot of marks.
Okay, good. Okay. Do you think corporate sector lack ethical values in their conduct?
So some corporate companies do lack ethical values. They may lack ethical values. For instance, we see some companies engaged in insider trading, also establishing shell companies, or so not giving due rights to their employees. But we also see that a lot of companies contribute to corporate social responsibility, or also in the realm of practicing ethical capitalism, sir. So it is not a universal statement that I think I can make.
But why it is necessary for the corporate sector to focus on the ethical values? What I believe, corporate sector works on the profit and the law of the land. If I establish a company, I follow the rule of the company of the government, and I make profit. Don't you think it is sufficient? Why ethical conduct is required for me? Why you are expecting ethical conduct from a corporate company?
So I think the government is not expecting the corporate or the company to donate the profit. They are expecting them to follow certain regulations which has ethics imbibed in them. For instance, if we see that giving minimum wages to the workers, or paying taxes regularly, not engaging in tax avoidance, if these are followed by a company, we consider that company ethical in that sense.
But these are the rules that company has to follow to make profit out of it. It does not involve any ethical conduct. Can you give an example where you believe the company is legally correct, making profit also, but ethically not correct?
so I can't think of any.
For example, have you heard about surrogate advertisements?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is it?
So surrogate advertisements are when the advertisement is regarding a certain product, for instance, usually tobacco or pan masala, but they are being shown as something else. For instance, we see that it is shown as silver coated elaichis, but they are actually advertising pan masala.
Good. You are already posted maybe in the service IRS, Indian
Yes.
Revenue Services. This service offers a lot of perks and privileges,
Yes, sir.
officially and unofficially. You are now aiming for IS and IPS.
Yes,
Is it you want more perks and privileges?
So, for me, it is not about perks and privileges. I think the Indian Revenue Service has a lot of opportunities for me. But sir, the only reason that I am opting for the other two services is, sir, because of the diversity of work. So they offer, so revenue services are confined to finance and so mostly relating to tax. But so the Indian Administrative Services offers a more field-based approach and so a chance to work in the social sector. So that is the only reason that I am opting for the other two services.
Okay. But IPS also works in a particular domain in law and order. IS, for IS it is a diversified field. So why you are opting for IPS? What I believe in the first attempt, in the previous attempt you did not opt for
Yes, sir.
this. Why it is so?
So I did not opt for IPS in my previous attempts, sir, because I did not think at that point of time that I was mentally or physically capable of handling the police service. So it was only that after I went to Labasna and I spoke to the seniors who were in the service, they told me that the training is more scientific, that they train you to do certain things. They do not require you to have certain qualities before you join the service. So I changed my mind at that point of time.
Suppose you clear your IS exam and you are posted as a district magistrate. What I believe, as an IRS officer, you have to work with educated pool of staffs.
Yes, sir.
You will be surrounded by the educated people. But once you are posted in a district,
Yes, sir.
you need to connect to the grassroots level,
Yes, sir.
and the people you have to deal with will be mostly uneducated and not very professional
Yes,
in their approach. Do you think you will be able to handle it?
So I think I will be able to handle it. So one, because I think I am mentally strong enough to handle certain situations. So even in my college, I have worked at the ground level. I have connected to so people living in slums. I have worked with NGOs. So I think I will be able to handle the situation. And so secondly, I do think that I am open to learning. So the training process will also imbibe certain qualities in me that I may currently not have in order to so deal with whatever issues that I may face in future.